Today we're taking a fun look at what worked for us in 2024 and then what just didn't.
So all of our highlights and lowlights, our favorites and flops, we're laying them all out here, so let's get started.
It's always fun this time of year to sit down and take a look back at the year and see how it all went down. To be honest, 2024 was not the easiest year that we've ever had here. In February, we lost my dad, Kate's grandfather, and then just a few months later, we lost our sweet pagan cat. So that was all pretty hard, but it wasn't all sadness. We did have some really great highlights for the year.
There were still plenty of things to be grateful for, and looking back on the year, we can see all the blessings we've been given, all the lessons we've learned, and the changes we can make in the future.
We're starting out today with what did and didn't work here at home in our domestic church. And what definitely didn't work was having this long list of Sunday projects that just never get done. Like some of them have been hanging around unfinished for years.
But what did work was sitting down last January and writing a list of our Catholic goals for 2024. Putting all of these different goals and projects down on paper really helped us get motivated to complete them.
The to-do list was a complete win. For instance, this beautiful art print of Jesus by Catholic artist Cameron Smith, we've been meaning to frame that for, like 10 years. And finally, because of the to-do list, we got it done this year. And then again, for years, I've been trying to read all the way through the Confessions of St. Augustine. It was on the list and I finally made it through.
So moving into the art department, we had one win and one flop.
And the flop was mine, and I can sum it up in 2 words: diamond painting. This is a craft that's always intrigued me. I've always wanted to try it. So I picked up this kit for 50 cents at our church rummage sale in July. And just let me show you how far I've gotten in it since July. Okay, here you go. I did this part.
So it's a lot of little pieces to keep track of, and they're sparkly and shiny. And as you can imagine, the parochial vicar likes sparkly and shiny, so he helps a lot.
Yep, every time I sat down with these, the parochial vicar came running. He's going to help me. But even aside from that, I just found that all the little pieces and parts and the numbers, it was just really tedious. And then the other thing was that this chart just about gives me eye strain. So while I do hope to finish this project eventually, I feel like maybe this just isn't the right craft for me.
Yeah. But we did have one DIY that turned out very well, and that was turning a hoodie into a neck pillow, which we used on our flights to Lourdes.
So we mentioned in this video that we found a DIY video on how to do this. It looked easy, it was free to try, so we thought, why not? And we're here to report back that it worked great. It was really comfortable, and having the hoodie attached to the neck pillow, that just gave us a little privacy on that long trip to Europe.
So moving into the world of books, we had a couple of things that didn't work for us. And ironically, one of them was having too many books. So you know that we volunteer at our church library and we love it, but sometimes we are simply overrun with library books that we have to look through.
Yes, we were definitely drowning in books here at one point, so much so that we did a huge book purge this fall, and there's more purging coming in 2025, so stay tuned for that.
We also had another goal of reading more adult Catholic fiction. And while we did hit that goal, we didn't exactly hit it in the way we had hoped.
Yeah, it just didn't quite work out so well for us. I read The Power and the Glory, and that just did not work for me. Now, I know a lot of you out there, you've read it, you've loved it, it was life-changing, and I'm so glad for you. That was not my experience. It will never be a favorite, and it just did not make me want to read more Catholic fiction.
Now, one of the things that did work was when the interlibrary loans at our public library became free. That was awesome.
That was such a blessing. Usually it's $1 per book to request it through interlibrary loan, and that's not much, but honestly, it did add up because we tend to use it a lot. So now it's all free, and the best thing is that these books come from the library and then they go back to the library.
The Chrome library extension was also a great find. If you install it and you say search a book on Amazon, a little sidebar will show up and show you if your public library has that book.
That is a tremendous time saver because you can know right away, can I get this from the library or should I think of maybe buying it? So that was a big win. Also this year, we discovered the whole world of adult sticker books out there. That has been a very fun and relaxing type of cat-proof project that we like to work on during the evenings.
So moving into the digital world, we had to completely rethink how we handle our Catholic emails.
Yeah, the Catholic email situation here from different companies just went bonkers. Our inboxes were just inundated with emails every day, and I'm pretty sure we never signed up for a lot of these companies. For instance, why am I getting messages from the Catholic woodworkers? I don't know, so we definitely had to rethink that.
And some of these companies send out multiple emails a week, and it becomes very overwhelming, honestly.
And stressful.
Yeah, so we ended up unsubscribing from a lot of them.
But not the Catholic book publishers. Don't worry. We like to get their
send us your emails.
For the other companies, we just bookmarked our favorites, unsubscribed from the rest, and now whenever we need something, we just go directly to the company's website.
But also in the digital world, we have had a couple of Catholic podcasts that we've really enjoyed. Jimmy Akin's Mysterious World has been a favorite here, and he's even started including more true crime episodes, which is right up my alley.
Yes, and I have to say a special thank you to Jimmy Akin because his episode on the Chicago Tylenol murders, that helped me get across the Atlantic in that little plane seat in October. Another podcast that I really enjoyed this year was St. Faustina's Diary in a Year with Father Joe Roesch of the Marian Fathers. That was just so good. The episodes are short, so I wound up listening to 3 or 4 a day, and I finished in only 6 months. And I liked Father Joe's style so much that I went on to do the Imitation of Christ with him. So he's got a lot of great podcasts out there. Check him out.
So now let's talk about volunteering at church. We always enjoy doing it, but quite honestly, Vacation Bible School this year was really difficult. We have a huge program with over 400 kids, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort.
And this year, we just seem to have a lot more glitches than usual. I mean, different problems with scheduling and supplies and props, and I don't know. It was just really hard this time. It all turned out fine in the end. We had a great week. We had a lot of fun, but we were definitely glad when it was over.
But volunteering in Lourdes this October definitely worked for us. It was so amazing to be there in such a holy place.
And we met and served with so many wonderful people, and we just felt so blessed that we could do that.
And then last, just for fun, let's talk about our favorite and least favorite recipe that we made this year.
Kitchen truth coming up.
Yes. So our least favorite, our big failure, was that pumpkin spice latte from October.
That world's best DIY recipe, it was awful. I'm just gonna say it was awful. Don't try that recipe,
gosh.
Don't.
Yeah, we've made some other stuff that wasn't great, but that was a true failure.
Nobody
honestly.
could drink that. It was just flat out awful.
But one of our favorites was definitely the Our Lady of Lourdes chicken and dumplings. That was great, and we have gone on to make that several times since.
Sometimes the boys come home and they say, "This again?" Yes, because it is so good.
So now we'd love to hear from you. What worked this past year and what didn't?
It's your turn to play. Let us know down in the comments. We always love hearing from you guys. We've said it before, we'll say it again. You guys are the best part of our YouTube channel.
So we hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.